fucked up again.
Zach. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of PG-13 with Clara and Zach. Oh, it rhymed that time. I love it. All right, we are here again inking. I am Clara Meath. That is Zach. Showing his love for all of y'all.
Love!
So much love!
Clara, I'm so in love with love.
Good.
Have I ever told you that?
I mean, I sort of intuited it because you're just
I just love, man.
You're just that kind of person.
Want to buy a necklace?
A diamond necklace?
No, hemp.
Put it, hemp.
Hey, brah. Let me tell you about... Here, you can go to Boulder and walk around a festival, and some dude that hasn't taken a shower and has legs as thick as my wrist, wants to tell you about 1,300 years of hemp industry and how... Yeah, those are my favorite, by the way. I love hippies that talk a lot, Clara.
I just love that you started to say arms as thick as my legs, and I'm like, wait, what?
That'd be funny. Oh,
that would be disorienting.
He had legs as thick as my arms and arms as thick as my thighs. His
limbs were all equal sizes. It was really weird. He had legs coming out of his armpits.
He's related to my whale that whooped your ass.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the whale. And I actually just posted this on the page or the Instagram for PG-13. The incredible fan art we got from Tazio for that.
Oh, Tazio Benton, my old lead artist from the Wild Blue Yonder animation for Intel.
Oh my gosh, it was
never
incredible.
I'm doing a book with him, by the way.
Yes, that's going to be very exciting. Yeah, we're on the pre-pro of that.
Mike Raich, Zach Howard, Tazio Benton, and we'll see if we can get Nelson's color in my book. So we'll see. If not, we'll hire a colorist. But Tazio is amazing at painting. So
yeah, I was going to say, if
he has the energy, I'd convince him. But it's hard to paint in a comic book series,
Yeah,
it's hard enough to and draw it. See how I did that? Nobody's getting a sketchbook today, MFers.
Oh, and I also just sent out the email to our latest sketchbook winner for him to send his address, so you can send that to him.
Awesome.
See, I'm on top of things.
You are. Our last sketchbook winner, though, he was great. He sent a picture of him in his workout gear by his cat scratching pose, kissing it.
Yeah, that's right. I was just going to say.
And I just want to let everybody know that's exactly the type of fans we're looking for.
Yeah.
So
you better take a picture of yourself in your shorts next to a cat scratching post and send it to us, because that's our favorite thing.
Truly.
Yes. We appreciate it. We love the love. See, we're back to loving love.
Man, I just love, man.
Have some hemp. You look like your arms are the size of your legs.
Man, I know I look weird. But I want you to listen about 3,700 years of my knowledge of hemp history that I didn't read about. Just some other Hessian told me when we were all toked out, bro.
Yep.
Bro, we were blazing.
That's why I'm so articulate as I tell it to you.
Bro, I'm blazing. But listen about my hemp talk. Do you like bracelets? Here's a hemp bracelet.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't take you for a bracelet, man.
That bracelet I put on, you know me well, miss. That bracelet that I put on Eric from the Cape?
Yes.
That was actually based on Sean Murphy used to wear a bracelet relentlessly. It was part of his style.
Oh, is it? It was one of those braided ones, right?
No, it was like a snap-on punk rock bracelet,
Oh, okay.
You get at the mall or something. I don't know.
Right. At a very specific moment in history. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking, what douchey thing could I put on Eric that kind of like he thinks, and by the way, I'm not shitting on Sean Murphy, all fans. I've done the same damn thing. I've worn this is a wooden necklace carved out of blah, blah, blah. It's probably made out of particle board.
Right.
So I'm not above that either when I was younger, but that's, if you ever want to know where that bracelet came from. It came from Sean Murphy's wrist.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, Eric's look is great. I have not even got around to like properly reading that book yet, but every time
You get that, fans?
Yep.
My own assistant hasn't read The Cape.
Your arguably most successful mainstream book, at least.
Well, it's not mainstream; it's indie, but it just sold like a mainstream book, fortunately.
Yeah, I was thinking in terms of like conventional publishing means, as opposed to like Wild Beyonder and its Kickstarter or whatever. I apologize for the frog in my throat. I sound very hoarse today because this morning I took a swig of apple cider vinegar and it kind of went down the wrong tube, and that will mess you up.
Yeah, you're not supposed to snort it, Clara.
No, I know. It was really awful. There was a whole moment. It was like, this is how I die in my kitchen.
They found her.
It was just like, it's amazing. Like it's always amazing to me when you can get really intense pain in a very small area. Like in my mind, it's just like, this should be spread out, but it's just like this really sharp pain in a very small place.
I agree. No, it's the worst is you ever get like right behind your skull and your forehead or something, you just get this super sharp pain or somewhere in your head and you're like, well, is this, am I dying? Is this the beginning of a stroke?
I get a very specific stress headache that is exactly the location and shape of 7 of 9's face implant.
Oh, I thought you were going to say another body part, but
no. You heard 7 of 9 and you originally went there. It just originally.
So tell me more of this 7 of breasts.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that story.
You remember you specifically asking about space age gray fabric breasts.
Yeah, like what are your sci-fi hang-ups, Zach? Tell me about the space.
Please concentrate on Star Trek and breasts. Yes. I remember you specifically saying that.
Yes, tell me about the space women that shaped your young life.
You can talk about Worf too, but only briefly.
Oh man, Worf. I could talk about Worf for a very long time.
All right, I wanted to be Worf when I grew up.
I did too. Worf was my hero. I absolutely loved Worf. Worf and Robin Hood were my role models.
I'm not a merry man.
Role models growing up, yes. Oh,
my favorite part is that they were just showing how everybody gets annoyed with Geordi if they have to hang out with him the whole time.
I know, poor Geordi. I loved Geordi too. I thought he was really cool because I was also like as a disabled kind of kid, it was one of those things Gene Roddenberry wanted to actually have an effect on the show. Optimistic about the future. It's like, oh, look at this, visually impaired person doing his job like a badass, like it's nothing. And I was just like, I just found that really heartwarming.
It is heartwarming. Still looks like he's wearing an air filter on his eyes.
Well, they also all look like they're wearing pajamas, so I don't think you can really split hairs there.
Not looking. They look like they're wearing ill-fitted pajamas.
The kind of pajamas that would scrunch up when you're
like you bend over to fucking like scratch your knee and suddenly your ass crack is.
Oh, that was already one. I'm sorry.
Ass crack is in the Bible.
No, but you effed it.
What?
You totally did. You didn't even hear it. I'll even let you restart. You want to restart?
No. Rules are rules. You're the one who breaks rules. I don't. Rule breaking Clara.
You were talking about bending over in pajamas.
So let's get back to Clara's subjects. Jeesh. Sorry, folks. Clara has needs.
I did like it when they updated the uniforms though to be not made out of like a more substantial fabric at that point. Like what was that around like season 3?
It was season 3 when they changed over to a little bit more uniform looking and not like it's bedtime.
Right. And each one of them, I was watching special features like a nerd a couple of years ago, and they were saying each one of those cost like several grand because they had to be tailored and everything.
Yeah, welcome to expensive Hollywood.
Yeah, those really, really dense, like wool fabric they were using. It looked great on Riker. Everyone else just kind of looked the same, but in thicker fabric.
Yeah, eventually, though, you could see Riker's girdle under his boobs.
Yeah.
That was great. Like season 7.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Riker. I have a clone that still loves some broad that can listen to people's emotions.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest relation. I liked it when Troy was banging Worf. That has to be a good time. But
I don't know if it was like I was always a bit
too
incredulous.
much.
I was always a bit incredulous about that because you're introduced a little bit to like Klingon sex and it's like super intense. I just don't see her being into that. She seems like
She's a bad date. I agree, Clara.
Yeah. Oh, poor Deanna. I feel like she got a bad rap.
I feel things.
Yeah. I like her power is genuinely very I think it's one of those things you underutilize, much like a lot of superheroes, just because she's too powerful. Like she has too many abilities, and if you use them all, then there's really no plot, you know?
Man, you probably watched most of it in rerun. The saddest thing is you'd be waiting all week and then it would be a Troy episode. You're like, damn it. Like even her mom became more likable at the end, and she was insufferable.
Her mom was we loved her. She was she was insufferable, and like that was the point. But man, Luox.
Well, she sucked at first. They didn't know what to do with the character besides make her annoying. But then when they really pushed the Picard angle and like where he had to go do the soliloquy to the Ferengi to get her back.
Right.
So there's a lot of fun. She at least had fun with Worf's kid. You know, that was a fun episode.
You would have to be, I think, to be married to Gene Roddenberry, you would have to be pretty fun-loving. Like you would have to be able to take things in stride, I think.
Yes. All those types of creators, yes.
Also, her name was Majel, which is like not a name, but good on her for making it work.
Good old Majel.
Majel. I thought she was really fun. She reminded me of Sybil Faulty from Faulty Towers. Do I get nerd points now?
Wow, British humor.
Yeah,
look at you.
Go. What is her name? I can usually remember that actor's name, but I can't remember it right now.
You're not talking about John Cleese, you're talking about the lady?
Yeah, I'm talking I remember her character's name was Sybil Shepherd. I don't remember Prunella Scales.
Wow. For all you dorks out there that follow British humor, and I do, I love Faulty Towers, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember anybody's. I don't even know Thor's real name, and I would probably let him kiss me on the butt and mouth.
Hemsworth.
That's a pretty man.
He's not even the prettiest Hemsworth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Liam. I would argue Liam is the prettiest Hemsworth.
That means I definitely like Thor more, if you're into Liam.
I didn't say I was into him. I said he was pretty, and I don't necessarily like pretty. He's just objectively very pretty.
Get that, Clara, all you ugly MFers out there. You just made 1,000 hearts jump for hope.
Sorry, my lungs are full of ACV. Anyway, gross.
Full of what?
Apple cider vinegar. Sorry, I was talking like a foodie for a second.
Did you literally just do an acronym for apple cider vinegar?
Yes, that's a normal thing that those of us who talk about that stuff all the time do.
I drink apple cider vinegar every day, and I've never felt the need for just bust out an acronym real quick.
Well, my sisters and all call it by the acronym because we all do that too, and it's also used in like beauty. Like you can use it as a toner, diluted. So we refer to it often enough that an acronym.
What do you need a toner for?
For your face.
Your face doesn't need toning. You don't even show it to people, and you're like 13 years old. Yeah, that like soft, milky, smooth, like Rembrandt skin that's all white and shit. That's two.
Switch those numbers around. I look old now. As a person who gets right up on my own face in the mirror, the only person who gets to do that. I'm starting to look my age, and I accept that.
Yeah, 31. You're a kid.
Yeah, all right. But you're a kid to someone older than you. Let's deal with that.
No, my knee doesn't even work today, Clara. I woke up, my knee wasn't working. But how young is that?
Your Terminator knee, though, and that's badass. I don't have a Terminator knee.
Bend with me if you want to live.
And your knee's just like, no, I can't.
Nah.
Oh, we're getting Zach's Arnold, the best thing ever.
What are you doing? Stop bending. Stop bending other people's lunches.
I had one of my managers at Trader Joe's, Tales of Trader Joe's, trademark, he had this rule where he would only speak in an Arnold accent once the customers were gone and we were doing like the close down sort of thing.
Oh,
it was amazing.
That's no fun. You do it well. Here's your tofurkey. What are you doing eating a tofurkey?
So offer a soy chorizo. I want to hear this.
Soy chorizo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. Latin words with Arnold. I'd have to practice. I'm a little rusty, everyone, by the way.
Your knee and your Arnold accent are rusty today.
He has to yell at though. Soy chorizo, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I feel like that's yeah, that could work.
Don't eat other people's soy chorizo. Do you want muscles? Do you feel if you feel the pump, there's no soy chorizo.
See,
I'm the governor of California. I've lived here for 300 years. I don't know how to say California. California. Cauliflower. Welcome to Cauliflower. I'm the governor. You killed my father. You killed my mother. You killed my people. Welcome to California. Who are you?
My favorite thing. Oh man, that's so good. But, you okay?
They bring the Toy series. I don't even know the Toy series. Oh. You took my father's sword. You took my soy chorizo. Who are you?
I will say this. Well, I have two things to say. I'm sure Robert E. Howard would turn over in his grave if he heard Arnold rather than saw Arnold specifically. But
they probably like him because he had some predilections towards. I think he would have been a fan of the early Nazi insurrection, or takeover of that nation politically. Unfortunately,
well, yeah,
from what I've read,
those old authors, yeah, Robert E. Howard was an interesting man. Yeah,
and then he unfortunately killed himself. So
yes. Very sad. It seems like he was one of those guys with too much energy for real life.
Well, I don't know if it's an energy issue. Sometimes it's more of a congruence issue. Can you?
Right. Because he was like a boxer and everything. Like he was just very intense.
He was intense, but also didn't he live with his mom?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
Yeah, so that diminishes most intensity for me.
Yeah, but there's also moments in history where that's more normal. Like, it's still not good, but I think it's at least not as weird as it might be today, regardless.
I agree with that, but I stand by my point.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. the
You're eating out of people's lunches.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
I was going to bring up Total Recall and how insane that was. That
Screw you!
I watched that for the first time, and it's one of the I love good campy sci-fi, but considering that they both basically blow up their heads in a non-atmosphere Mars, and then
that's my favorite thing.
And
eyeball sticking out there. There's atmosphere. Oh, my eyes are fine now.
Yeah, exactly. And they just they're fine after that. They don't have major brain damage. They then go on to have their brains halfway memory changed, which is also very cranially traumatic, shall we say? And it was.
How do you know? Did you have your brain cranially challenged?
Yeah, you cranially challenge my brain every day. But regardless, you can tell,
you're welcome.
You can tell from their behavior that it's clearly not pleasant, that it's a lot of strain on the old melon. And I'm just here these people are both brain dead by now. These people have major brain damage at this point. Just this one day they've had. This is not Hollywood. This is not how people's brains work.
Yeah. Well, there's some biological problems from the start when he's taking that probe out of his nose.
Yeah.
What nasal oral cavity is that coming from? And how does it get through the bone structure in your nose?
Yeah.
because the thing was the size of a golf ball. Pulling
Right,
it out. And then this thing comes out and it's like weighs 13 pounds and the size of a golf ball, blinking.
Yep. It's like, oh, that's normal. I can handle that.
Well, how does it get through the nasal cavity?
Right. Yeah, it doesn't.
This is just physics.
Right. Ugh.
If you got a golf ball size thing and you got a hole this size.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Arnold has like a super cavernous nose inside that we didn't know about. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger's nose is like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
His skull is like a snap together. What are those old engineering things you used to snap together? You might be too young.
I don't know. All I can think of now is Mr. Potato Head.
Somebody, I had them in Europe. You could there are these mechanical things and you can make little gears out of them. Almost said the S word.
Is it, good job? Is it like a toy?
Well, it was geared as a toy, but toys weren't as fun as they are nowadays. This was kind of like an educational, my dad did not want me to be an artist, let's say. So he just wanted me to play sports and be a scientist, I think. So he bought me like little engineering sets and stuff like that.
Nice. I mean, to be fair.
Why do you cuss?
You did play sports like a serious beast.
Since I was 3 years old, my dad used to take me out jogging, and I couldn't go. I was 3.5, I think that maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad used to take me out, and he'd run like 15 miles and stuff. So I'd go as far as I could go, and then he'd like leave me in a field. His like military bases are just outside, and I'd chase grasshoppers and wait for him for like an hour. Then he would come back, and I'd run home with him.
I have such mixed feelings about that. Half of that is adorable, and half of that is sad.
Well, Zach didn't have a normal life, man.
No.
But it's okay. It gave me all this loving character that I had. Everybody's like, man, Zach in character.
Mm-hmm. You joke. It got you where you are.
Now I'm sitting in my basement with cold feet talking to an assistant I barely pay.
She's very honored to be that assistant, though.
Is she?
She is. She does this podcast with you, doesn't she?
Yeah. But that's just because you love my podcast style.
I do love your podcast style. I will admit that. You are a fun podcast man.
That was one of my favorite original Snoop Doggy Dogg quotes.
What?
She doesn't love me. She just loves my podcast style.
Oh, okay. I am not versed enough in him to know that was a quote, but
I just made a random fan I'll never meet. Happy in the future.
Good. Well, maybe you'll meet him. I don't know.
Well, it could be a her, you sexist freak.
No, I am. I'm ashamed of myself.
I wonder why the world's in such a bad state. Clara is just throwing her sexist BS everywhere.
Yep. I don't stand up for women in comics.
No, you're like, hey, broad.
Women shouldn't be in comics.
Yeah, you're supposed to F your way into comics. What are you doing? That's what I did.
Ugh. Yeah, sure it is. That always makes me laugh, though. Like, you can't sleep your way to the top in a skill-based industry. Like, even if that does get you somewhere,
it'll get you in the door.
In the door is nothing, though. In the door,
you have
to stay in the door.
When you know what it's like trying to get a little juice. There's some girls that are willing to. There's some guys that are willing to. What am I talking about? I know actual male actors that have done the casting couch. So, I don't know. I know
it
can if you.
It doesn't sustain though.
Yeah, but you got to understand it could get you in the door. Now, I'm not validating. I'm just playing devil's advocate for fun. But
right, I get that. But all right.
Just because, well, hell, Clara, what? It's really hard to make ground. And 2, if you have to get noticed to validate yourself, it's even more torturous. Mm-hmm. So if sex is less of a big deal and it's a price you're willing to pay, I'm not morally opposed to the person employing that or making that choice. It's when they don't have a choice that I have a problem. I'm not validating the ethics of it. I'm just saying that to each their own.
No, the problem is when they don't have that choice. Yeah. And well, all the more reason I'm grateful for you helping me out, getting me in here and safely.
Well, day's not over yet, but
Good answer.
by the way, there's no lesson today because Claire's doing like refined technical inking, and Zach's still inking fur. So
yeah.
Next time we're gonna have a lesson. The lesson is never trust Clara.
Yeah. Yeah, basically we're doing the opposite things today on the spectrum of art lessons. So we figured like, we'll just skip it today. We'll just be weirdos like normal and everyone will still be satisfied.
Well, you're weird. I'm as normal as they come. People say that.
People,
Zach, I like your normalcy.
Your normalcy is overwhelming.
Yeah, the size of your normalcy is unhuman, dude. It's unwieldy. Keeps knocking cups over.
It looks like you could have like a giant implant in your nose.
Yeah. Is that your real normalcy, or do you have a sock stuffed in there? We ready to play Superfight, mon ami?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Oh, my poor throat.
Why do you lose at Superfight? Stop losing. I can't. I'm out of the groove now.
Oh, hold on.
What are you doing with the Superfight? Come to California.
Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. I got to mix these up. Yeah, I just draw the right number of each kind, and then I just shuffle them up right before the show. All right, let's see. All right.
Lulu.
Here's you. Oh, wait. We start with me. I always forget this. Okay, I am.
We don't have to.
Well, then let's start with you. You are an alien. That's very broad.
So far, 100% real life.
Yes. You're an alien. You are, a little vindication for last time. You are made of sand.
Ah.
But you're a hypnotist. So that might be your ticket, huh?
No, it's definitely the sand.
Okay. Maybe you could blow sand around. I don't know. Why am I giving you tips? Okay, here we go. I am.
Don't worry, I don't take clarity tips.
Oh.
On how to lose Superfight.
This is. I am E.T. So maybe we're at a family reunion? I don't know.
Man, you're going to die in a creek. You suck.
Oh, man. Oh, that's the saddest part. That made me so sad as a kid. Just lying in this creek. Like, what is this? What kind of movie is this?
There's a comedian, Bobby Lee, that used... bear with me, Clara. It's for the fans out there. He describes his member as, he's like, the problem is my member looks like, remember E.T. dying in the creek?
Yeah.
That's how I described his penis. That was only two letters. Still laugh about that to that day. That was one of my favorite descriptors of all time.
I'll definitely give you that one. That's pretty funny. Okay, so my ET my ET is carrying a baby, so this is not a good start for him. But this is probably true. He can summon an army of internet trolls.
Oh no! So you are basically Comicsgate.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're Comicsgate ET.
I'm not. I don't think Comicsgate is carrying a baby. That doesn't seem like something they would be secure enough to do.
Well, not a literal baby. They're carrying a burden of
they're carrying their own baby
queefiness that is their baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let me review for you real quick. You are an alien made of sand, but you can hypnotize. And I am E.T. carrying a baby, and I can summon an army.
We're both aliens, huh?
We're both aliens, so
unless we're on E.T.'s homeworld.
No,
it'd be funny if they left E.T. behind because he is the guy they didn't like. He was really annoying at alien parties.
I bet. I mean, and we'd have no way of knowing that. You know, we're just gonna take him as we think of him as like the golden medium of like, this represents your species. What if he's just like a total jerk? He's
a jerk that nobody likes. That's why he only gets along with human children. Because he can't identify with
Oh
other
no,
aliens that are doing like
dude.
scientific work, and he's like sticking his finger in like sockets on the spaceship.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
his ET lab.
I,
ET.
I have an idea. I think, what if he's like, this is real dark. What if he's like super disabled and they left him behind? What if he's like on the 1% functionality scale for his species and they just ditched him?
Yeah, like he can't do quantum physics. He can only add and subtract. To us, he's like, wow, he's really smart, but to them, he's
Right.
literally, I mean,
It's like animal intelligence, and they're just like, nope, done with you because we're like a genocidal species. We're just gonna leave you behind. That's an upsetting option.
yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna say that since we're both aliens, we're at I'm just gonna go for it. I go first, so I have the privilege of deciding the setting, which has never helped, but I'm going for it anyway. I'm gonna say we're at a family reunion, an alien family reunion, and they have like those fold-up tables set up
Is it
outside.
ET's family reunion?
No, it's just aliens in general.
Okay.
Aliens, so whatever alien you go for, remember that they have to behave themselves at a family reunion.
Okay.
So we have like those folding tables set up outside with those plastic tablecloths, and there's just like everyone brought potato salad, and that's it. And there's
Except
like,
for the one person that always sucks that brings ambrosia.
yeah, that one person that brings like
Nobody wants that.
yeah,
No, we're not mentally disabled children. We don't need ambrosia. Let's
yeah.
have food.
People bring like weird Jello.
Oh, sorry,
molds and
mentally
stuff.
disabled aliens.
Oh yeah. So you bring like weird Jello molds and things. Like some people are bringing those foods you only made in like the 70s for some reason.
Yeah, you like
just...
mayonnaise in a tortilla shell with like some American cheese in it. Hey,
yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been to a family reunion. Why do I know exactly what goes down?
I've been to one before I moved to Germany, and like you know me, or I'm related to South Dakota. 350 people there. This was when I was like 9 or something. I don't even
I was
know
gonna say,
the
yeah, you would
number.
have been really
And
young.
and you got like, oh, I'm your third cousin. We have a town in South Dakota named after us.
And you're just like, I've never met you.
Yeah, I'd be like, I want to play sports. F you, cousin number 150.
But I am gonna
I
say,
literally have like over 100 cousins.
I'm not gonna take that away from you, dude. I don't disbelieve
Quit
you.
taking my cousin trophy from me.
You don't have that many cousins.
You know, I only identify with my number of cousins.
Yeah, I know that's where all your identity comes from. And if I take that from you, you will become a quivering mound of just like sad alien in a creek and with
I'll be my soul will be ET in a creek.
Yes. Did you hear the part about the knee? You talked over me.
Oh yeah, my mechanical knee.
Yeah, there's just like you sadly dissolve into the creek because I've taken away your right to having cousins, and there's just a knee left, and the music pans it pans in slowly as the music soars at the side.
Oh, are you playing Superfight? You're doing so poorly. I didn't even know you're actually playing.
No, I'm not playing. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. So I was just where I left off, I was describing all the horrible food. But like one of the cool dads, like one of like sort of the beer gut uncles, does bring like a grill and is like grilling like whatever's good, doing those
processed meats.
Yeah, we get like that smell like the hot dogs, and then doing like the grilled peppers and the grilled.
Oh, I thought that was you. That was actual meat. The hot dog smell.
Yeah, it wasn't the smell of ET, who is cut immediately to ET, carrying a baby around. I'm gonna say this is one of his cousins.
Like carrying in his arms.
Yeah, carrying it in his arms. He's just carrying a baby around, or unless he's riding a bike around with the baby in the front basket.
Hey, I'm not the one losing this super fight. You decide.
He's carrying a baby around in his arms, and then there's and it's the future, so he's got one of those phones that has like a holographic screen. So he's holding his phone. He's wandering around holding a baby, staring at his phone. You can see all the conversations he's having on Reddit or wherever the most trolls are at this point in history. So you can see all of them, and that's how he summons his army of internet trolls.
Now, are these alien internet trolls, or are they actual like these like QAnon or something?
It's mixed. This is the future. You got to be more inclusive. It's the internet, and anyone can use it. So the internet is full of aliens. It's full of, like whoever would be on the internet in like Blade Runner if there was also aliens. Or you know what? Whoever would be. Just imagine the entire Star Wars Cantina scene is on this discussion platform on ET's holographic phone.
It'd be funny if the dude that got his arms cut off finally made it back. They finally convinced him to go outside again.
Yeah.
And he gets something else cut off at this family reunion.
Right, immediately. So he's there wandering around with no limbs at all. Okay. All right. I have to figure out how I'm going to fight you, and I don't even know what kind of alien you're going to think.
Yeah, I know. You just blather. Blathering is not part of the game, is it?
Which is so difficult. It's like, well, I mean, you and I, you taught me well.
I like the insult and the throat clearing so I can't come back. That's bullying technique. Quit bullying me.
Anyway, all right. So whoever you are, I see you. I have beef with you for some reason. Maybe we didn't know we were cousins and we stole each other's girlfriend when we were growing up or something. It was awkward. But anyway, we still have beef for some reason. So I come up to you and I summon my army of internet trolls. I can't physically do anything because I'm ET. I'm just, like a squishy bag. And I'm also holding a baby, so I can't do anything confrontational. But my army of internet trolls can zoom out of the phone. So there's a bunch of little holograms attacking you. And I guess shocking you with future internet zaps. That's the best I got, dude. This hand sucks.
Yeah, you're sucking butts here, Clara. I'd like to say I have sympathy for you, but we're in competition.
I know. Well, you can also have sympathy and be in competition.
Well, once you're defeated.
Yes, you're a full spectrum human. You can do both. Okay.
You take that back. So.
All right. Do you need a reminder?
I am. Who am I?
You're an alien, hypnotist.
Oh, sand.
Made of sand. Now there's.
Okay, so I'm like the Sandman from. I'm an alien, and what's the second one?
Hypnotist.
Hypnotist. So, what you don't realize, I've been following ET around the party very nonchalantly with your unloved baby in your arms.
What kind of alien are you? Are you the xenomorph? Are you like a Star Wars alien?
Quit trying to define me.
Oh.
I am a sand beast that can do anything it wants as far as shapes. I can absorb all other grains of sand. I can release sand in any way that I want. I can shape it into things. This is how I get chicks, by the way.
Oh.
I do little sand magic tricks at drunk girls at bars.
Women do love magic tricks.
Yeah, they do. A little known thing. Every girl wants to bet a magician.
I'm going to go ahead and say...
You know how hot and bothered women get around guys that can do magic and want to do it for a living?
No.
You don't even know.
They don't. No, I don't know. I'm going to say they don't.
I mean, if you ever want to make a girl uncontrollable, buy one of those children's magic kits and learn a few tricks. And then go to a party and start showing it to the hottest girls there.
Just do that thing where you pour the milk into the newspaper.
Yeah, that's it. I had that one as a kid, and it's just like another compartment or some crap.
Right, you just hold like a container in your hand. Like, wow, nobody would have guessed that.
Yeah, and then a dove comes out at the bar, and it's drunk.
And there's a drunk dove. It just sort of flops onto the table.
It goes, coo, coo. Let me tell you about my politics. Coo.
Let me tell you about my workout routine.
Coo. Hey, I'm in a cult. You want to hear about it? Coo.
I think we need to set up drunk dove and pregnant giraffe.
Well, we know they'd have sex.
They're both insatiable.
You know it. So anyways, during the party, because you're ignoring your baby and trying to get laid, which is ET's modus operandi.
So I'm dating on my smartphone, my future phone.
Yes, you're on ET Grinder. And
that's an image I didn't need. Thank you.
ET Grinder?
Yeah.
What's wrong with ET Grinder?
We just established how gross ET's body is.
Oh, so it doesn't matter that ET is on Grinder or Tinder or Bumble.
No, I just don't need that image.
What were the other ones? There's Christian Mingle. I don't know. I just know the ads.
There's a lot. There's a lot of them, dude. Let me tell you.
My favorite, Our Time. Or, I'm old, but I want to get bored out.
I mean, old people need love.
I'm old. Get in here.
There's farmers only.
Oh, farmers only was huge here in Denver.
Yeah, there's
just because you're super homely, you can get with farmers only.
I know some very attractive farmers. I will say that.
Well, you
I just move in the right circle.
You find everyone attractive. I like Keanu. I like this guy. I like James Bond. I like this guy. This guy's nice. I wish this guy would bend over. This guy. This guy. Hey, Zach, that guy you just mentioned, that guy too.
Most people are attractive on some level. It takes a lot to be like...
You have not traveled much, young lady. I'm going to take you to Mississippi one day, and I'm going to make you eat your shoe.
All right. Well, I'll bring my smallest shoe.
So anyways, quit distracting me. E.T.'s busy losing. Yes. So E.T.'s a bad a parent, as we all know. He just has trailer park, mom skills. Yeah. But he's E.T. And two, his finger keeps getting in the way. That glowing thing, which makes no sense. But hey, your finger glows for some reason. And by the way, I can heal anything, but I just decided to use this power now.
Right. Well,
why didn't he heal himself?
That's an excellent point. I think our theory is borne up that this ET is just like very disabled.
Well, he doesn't no one likes him. Normal ETs, their fingers don't even glow. They're like, bro, why is your finger glowing?
So he's the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer of his species.
Oh, the silver lining Clara. No.
No.
He's kind of like the Marjorie Taylor Greene of his species. Anyways, while E.T.'s trying to get laid at the family reunion barbecue.
Which is weird.
No, he's from Mississippi.
Okay.
Space Mississippi, by the way.
Space Mississippi. I can see it now.
So, he doesn't know how to read or write. Things like that. Wants to join a frat for no reason.
Even though he's on Reddit, he can't read or write, whatever.
Well, only in Reddit speak.
Okay.
Like, you took my job. That's Reddit speak. Rabble.
Okay. I see.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Which E.T. believes in.
I mean, he's been to space, so he has every.
That's the irony.
Yeah, that's just how dumb he is. Like he's
just like all these basketball players that fly around the world and talk about flat Earth. That's the same, no difference.
Okay.
E.T. can dunk too, which is weird.
Well, he's stretchy.
So I've been secretly putting sand in the baby's diaper the whole time.
Oh, like just sort of spiriting it in.
Just like shooting little grains of sand because you make your baby dance to try and get dates. Look what my baby can do. And your baby has a little dance routine. And hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. It's like a top hat.
Is this an ET baby? Because I was imagining a human baby, but I guess this is his species, huh?
It's a hybrid.
Oh, whole new backstory there. Anyway,
yes.
Okay.
E.T.'s a dirty little freak. Doesn't even know what species, but we know it's human. Gross.
Yeah. Well, but he's not smart. I'm surprised he's the dad in this scenario. I mean, I guess we don't know how these aliens.
You don't know.
Yeah, I guess
E.T. has a cloaca.
Maybe they
probably banging Yoda. Yoda had in his younger days is a lot of space orgies, and nobody even knows who they're having gross space sex with.
Well,
can you imagine Yoda and E.T. banging each other?
Yoda has. I mean, I think it's been established that.
Let me readdress that, Clara. Tell me what it's like for in your imagination when you sleep. What Yoda and E.T. have partaking in the sweet tender embrace of coitus.
I would probably just start thinking a lot about puppetry.
Hey, whatever gets you off, lady. But you heard it here, folks. Remember this conversation 20 years from now when Claire's in prison.
For puppet-related crimes.
Puppet-related sex crimes?
When the puppet community becomes sentient and they come for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't, if I could just remember that stupid puppet comedian that's always on like Comedy Central. Every time you're like, oh, I wonder if there's actual comedy on Comedy Central, and then it's that puppeteer
I
that
don't
does
know.
like family vacation humor.
I don't know.
Somebody knows who I'm talking about.
Someone will know.
He has a famous stupid character named Peanut, like an old guy, and what is his name? He's a punchline. He sucks so much. Has $1 billion because of all the soft-headed Americans out there. But anyways, back to ET losing.
Yeah, I want to know what you're gonna do. Oh, you're putting sand in the baby's diaper. That's right.
So the baby's getting crankier and crankier and crankier.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually the baby revolts, will not help you hook up with your potential grinder mates.
Mm-hmm.
And being on the rebound, Yoda won't return your calls. Yeah, even after he said yours is the only cloaca I'll ever love.
But he said it in backwards syntax.
Cloaca I love, I will always. Extra bowl you have. Yeah, E.T. does have an extra bowl. Despite having a cloaca, all balls are extra.
Wait, you have to tell that story. You haven't told that on the show.
Oh, the extra ball you have?
The pinball story, yeah.
We'll get to that. Let's get
Okay.
we'll do more. Hold on. That is a good one.
I'll hold on to it. We'll get back to that.
So
just tell me how you defeat me.
So your baby gets super cranky and finally revolts.
Mm-hmm.
And you, being a bad parent, get in an ET fist fight with the baby, but you can't even beat up a baby because you're ET and don't move except your stupid neck for some reason.
I get in a fist fight with a baby, with my baby?
We didn't say it was your baby, though. We haven't been to Mari yet. We're waiting for the giraffe and Bauer episode to complete.
It became like a whole season. They're not even done with that yet.
Yeah, a 30-part episode.
Yeah.
I think I'm falling in love with E.T.
Are you cheating on me with E.T.?
So the baby's cranky, screaming, and you start fist fighting the baby, which kind of repels everybody. Your date night's probably over, except for that one guy, but you don't want to bring him home anyways.
I'm holding the baby in my arms, fist fighting him with.
No, the baby was in a dance routine and just threw the top hat and came down and started cursing you out.
Okay.
Bastard Yoda babies can talk young, by the way. So,
okay, yeah.
So this starts really bunching up your underwear on your cloaca, and you start getting distracted. This is when I attack. First, I shame you publicly because I know you will fist fight Queensberry style your own babies.
Yeah.
I mean, this is ET knowledge. The sky is blue, up is down.
Mm-hmm. Earth's flat.
ET beats up babies. Mm-hmm. And Earth's flat. People are so effing stupid.
I love that gets you every time.
It's just the epitome of. I can understand a lot of things. People's existential, dread in the world, knowing you're going to die and what that can do to your belief structures and things. You have to qualify that if you're going to live.
Mm-hmm. It's just like they just are.
It's senselessness, though. I understand people going into whatever supernatural belief system, or whatever you have to do to make life work for you to exist on this doofy planet, a weird, bizarre place. But to make it beautiful and you can do your journey, except for E.T., E.T. and the A.
Yeah.
Well, that actually endear him to you. So, anyways, baby and him are fist fighting. I take this opportunity to summon all sand in the universe, and people know even burying ET in sand won't kill him. So what I do is I create a giant sand bat, and I hit you. It's a softball bat. Actually, it's a wiffle ball bat.
Okay.
A sand wiffle ball bat.
Are you saying wiffle?
A wiffle ball.
It's wiffle.
Do you know what a wiffle ball is?
Yes.
W-I.
Yes, I know what a wiffle ball is, but you're saying wolfle.
You go woofle yourself.
Have it your way. Proceed with the batting.
So he's woofling. No, and I, while the entire party now is completely disgusted with you,
because I was fist
I
fighting
use the bat I don't hit you to hurt you. I kind of nudge you into the air, and I go boop, and I whack you into the air, and then for no reason I do a magical sand wheel kick, and I kick you into a creek, and you immediately turn gray and dive. And then your baby start, like in shitty. No!
Oh, I think that was just 2.
That was 3.
Was it? All right. I'm
okay, sorry. 3. Motherfucker. Anyways, somebody gets another sketchbook.
Another sketchbook going out.
I'm gonna run out of these things. Pretty soon I'm gonna run out of house and home, and I'm just gonna have to high five people for a reward.
We could send my sketchbooks out.
As E.T. is dying in a creek, and extends his neck for no reason, just to look stupid. Everybody else at the party, including the baby, like in a bad 80s movie, it's dead quiet, and then all of a sudden the baby starts the slow clap.
Yep.
Clap, 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 clap. Rudy, who we didn't even know invited to the party, comes and he starts slow clapping.
Wow.
Rudy himself,
Yay.
who's wearing his Frodo outfit from Lord of the Rings for some reason, but he's in the he still pretends he's Rudy. I've actually met that actor, super nice.
Wait, you met who?
The guy that played Rudy. Frodo's friend. Hey, Mr. Frodo.
I don't
Let's
remember.
throw that ring in the lava pit.
Oh,
that's I think a direct quote from Lord of the Rings.
Wait, you mean Sam? What are you
Samwise, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Frodo.
You met Sean Astin?
Yeah, he's a super nice guy. Hey, Mr. Frodo.
That's awesome. Yeah, he did a really good job.
Yeah, he was one of the best parts of. I enjoyed that first movie. It just got progressively worse. By the third one is insufferable.
Yeah, it definitely went downhill a bit, but I think they did decently well for what they were. What an undertaking. Regardless,
I agree. There's a lot to be proud of. When people are like Lord of the Rings, I'm like, well, then you need musical cues to know how to feel. The third Lord of the Rings movie's perfect for you.
It did have some amazing music, I will admit.
Now you're supposed to feel sad. Now you're supposed to feel adventurous. Now you're supposed to feel hopeful. Oh my! Wash, rinse, and repeat 3 times in that movie.
Well,
come on, try harder.
That's just pure Hollywood right there.
Well, that's everything I notice in movies now. It's all musical cues.
Yeah.
Now you feel sad. My wife was Ivy League doctor was watching Married at First Sight the other night, and I just noticed it just goes to sad music, happy music, hopeful music. It's just like they tell you how to feel every single scene.
Yeah.
Not even with they change it immediately the second they need a different emotion. It's just no reason, rhyme or reason. But oh gosh,
what happened?
I'm stretching from kicking your butt.
Oh, okay.
So we're at the
like
party.
Being attacked.
Every relative of ET that has ever lived, even people that aren't relatives, want to be a relative of ET at some point so they can just be happy he's dead in the creek. And the baby grows up to be the lawyer for Jack Bauer, who defends him on Maury Povich that the pregnant giraffe is not his kid, or the pregnant giraffe baby is not his kid.
Oh.
And then Yoda writes him a million letters. It saved my life, you did. Had plans I did for life. Thank you.
That's adorable. I feel like a horrible alien hybrid would be one of those sci-fi situations where they have like very specific jobs that they specialize in, like like the Mentats in Dune and stuff. You would probably be a pretty cool lawyer.
Yeah, who knows? Or it's just like it's actually the opposite. It's like hotter than a normal chick, like that dumb movie Species.
Yep.
where I had that like hot model for a moment that you got to see her boobs, so everybody saw it.
Right.
That's all I remember is all my friends. That was it. Not the movie, nothing. She shows her boobs.
Yeah, she's a seductress alien.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I'm gonna go way out on a limb and say I think you probably won that one, considering that you had like any moves at all and weren't holding a baby the whole time.
Well, I was gonna go more on how I beat you, but the whole point was the baby. I turned the baby to my side out of the systematic abuse you gave to your baby to try and get your baby into Hollywood. Really, you were one of those. You're Lindsay Lohan mommed your baby.
I was I was dance momming my horrible
yeah, and you were snorting coke with the dance instructor. It was bad. And then you were living vicariously through your baby.
So really, you were like, this was your social justice campaign. You had to find an excuse. You framed me, basically. You caused this fight. You caused me to fight my baby so that you could get the baby taken away from me.
Yeah, this is high level. This is extraterrestrial. If I can speak. I'm so flustered by my win.
I know. It's like, oh man, I never expected to win one of these things. Give me my crown and my bouquet.
I decided I didn't even need to try and beat your character. I just wanted to turn your baby against you.
Yeah, you just had to save the baby from a fate worse than.
Yeah, aliens. Who needs to be raised by E.T., who's a loser that gets abandoned on the dumbest planet in the solar system?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this place is dumb enough for you, buddy. They'll think you're smart.
In the future, they will talk about this episode as the one where we just rag on E.T. the entire time.
I loved the movie as a kid, and then I tried to rewatch it after like Spielberg was in his like, hey, let's change every cool movie ever did.
Oh gosh!
And he gave all the cops like flashlights and stuff instead of guns.
Yeah,
and it's like, come on now.
Cops do have guns. It's not inherently problematic.
Yeah, turn on the news.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, yeah, I think Spielberg is one of those ones. He burned so brightly, so quickly. He burned out real fast.
Oh, he didn't burn out fast. I grew up with him. They're youngin'.
Those were his.
He
days.
kicked ass from the 70s to the 90s. Schindler's List, basically. Though things were falling off the rails prior to Schindler's List. Schindler's List was amazing. He has it in him. It's just, I think a lot of creators, they're too successful for their own good, and it disrupts their ability to create.
Yeah.
Because they're creating in this vacuum now rather than.
Well, they have too much power. He's George Lucasing a little bit.
That was always Lucas's problem. Surround yourself with yes men, and you get Jar Jar Binks.
Ugh.
Misa suck your butt. Woo. Misa. The only thing worse than Jar Jar Binks is listening to Star Wars fans bitch about Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Well, here was a needed plot point. Yeah, all stories need plot points, jerk. Good ones come up with good plot points.
Yeah.
I got into that argument once at a comic book shop. And then
at a comic book shop, dude? You know better than that?
I was taking a doof on Star Wars, and this guy got indignant.
Oh,
of course, he is buying Rob Liefeld comics at the same time, so I think I made him a special project of mine.
Yeah, I can see you not being able to resist that. I get that.
Hey, he approached me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you stick your hand on a hot stove, do you yell at the stove?
Some people do.
Yeah, E.T., and he's dead in a ditch. Gray. Oh, my dear Clara! I'm stretchers this morning. My body. I'm old. I was doing box jumps last night. My robo knee doesn't work.
No, I'm sorry.
But you knew that.
Yeah, you warned me.
I'm glad you stopped crying before the filming.
Yeah, I had to wash my face and pep talk myself in the mirror so that I wouldn't be openly sad about your defective robo.
And you let me kill E.T. just because he felt bad about me? For me?
Yeah, I had so many like hidden cards up my sleeve where I wouldn't have had to just be like E.T. holding a baby at a family reunion, which is inherently lame.
Why did you come up with a family reunion?
Okay, I was trying to play on the whole thing like we're both aliens, so I was trying to connect it that way, and honestly, just like come up with like some kind of weird, funny scenario. Because I feel like a lot of these fights, if we're not specific about it, will just happen in sort of like a vacuum, which is not always the most fun way to do them.
We never fight in a vacuum, though, Claire.
No,
We're better than that.
Our lives are not vacuum related in any way.
No, who fucking does things in vacuums?
Go on.
Ron. Fucking Ron.
Ron is the worst. I'm so sorry if we have any listeners named Ron. We have made Ron our scapegoat now.
Not that Ron, every other Ron.
No, the other Ron, not the Ron you're thinking of. Our Ron. Our Ron is terrible.
What a piece of shit.
Dude, we've already hit an hour.
Oh, we have? Well, we'll introduce our beloved fans to Ron in all of his glory.
Glorious
maybe
Ron.
Next week.
Maybe then. Sounds like a plan. I mean, I've already posted the screenshots where we yell at Ron, so if they're on our Instagram, they're already at least introduced to the menace of society that is our third assistant, Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
Ron, come on, Ron.
You're one of my favorite things of yours was do better, Ron.
Do better, Ron.
Ron. Hey, we'll Ron it up next week. Yep. Hey, everybody. Doing some delicate face. Hope you enjoyed my brushwork. Doing the her. Clara is doing she's promoting automatic German weapons, and that's what her book's about.
Yep.
And what a beautiful page, Miss Clara.
Well, thank you, sir. It's not done
Your
yet.
leather's getting better and better all the time. Look at that.
I think so too. How nice is that? It turned out so nice. And look at this dead guy. Look how dead he is.
Yeah, he is dead.
He's super dead.
It's that's what we all want to do to that's what E.T.'s baby wanted to do to E.T., but didn't have. He was busy performing with his top hat.
Well, he had soft baby bones too. He doesn't really.
Hello, I'm a baby. Hello, my darling.
I actually get that reference.
Everyone that was unfortunate enough to join and learn how E.T. is a bad, derelict, deadbeat dad, and E.T. is a hooker.
Yeah.
Well, hookers make money. E.T. just hoarded up on Twitter to validate his E.T. ego.
He's very insecure.
Yeah. Needed a lot of physical contact to validate himself, but or herself. I don't know. What do you call something with a cloaca?
I don't know. We have not established the gender politics of this species. Maybe they reproduce asexually. I don't know.
We'll have to ask how Comicsgate guys reproduce. But regardless, everyone, we love you.
We do.
This one got off the rails, but you got the exterior of a dog head and Claire's gorgeous page with her freshly painted nails, which she did only for you.
Just for you guys, because I love you guys so much.
Just you, the one, you know who you are. That's who she did it for.
You know.
Harass Clara online about it. I think I'm falling in love with your black nails. Jack Bauer is always going to be a character on our show. And hey, This is very important. Clara's mom, so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm as terrible as Clara oft describes me, and but better looking. And but I'm deeply sorry that we brought your daughter on this journey.
Who is we?
What now?
Who's we?
Me and E.T.'s baby.
Oh, okay. Of course, you're right.
We teamed up.
Oh, okay.
My Lord, you don't read anything.
No, I really don't. Ever.
Yeah. So sorry, Clara's mom. You're welcome, fans, for listening to us talk about Deadbeat Dad E.T. getting it this episode. And I don't have much else. We'll have a lesson next episode. I'll pop out something. Well, Claire says she's going to cry next episode, so tune in.
Yep, I'll do my best. I'll
And,
chop some onions.
She's gonna cry for the fate of all onions.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with their power. She just feels bad for onions.
I have a weird like sympathy disorder where I feel bad for onions.
Bro. Sorry, I was gonna go into my onion tangent, but wow, I'm talking slow today. Hey everybody, this is PG-13 with Zach and Clara. We're heading out. Clara's gonna go get a gas station burrito. I'm gonna go disappoint my wife somehow, and we're gonna talk later. Next week we got lessons. Clara's gonna lose for once at Superfight.
Yay!
And she'll be a bowl of pudding with googly eyeballs on it that dies in a ditch with her baby while Grinder is refreshing on her phone.
We get the fan art of that this week. Whoever ends up drawing that, we get to see that.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's going to be a good one.
Guacamole Freddy. Oh, wonderful.
We love you all, even though we're lying. We love you, and we're going to have a good episode next week as well. It's good that we got free episodes again, etc., etc.
Yep.
That's it. Have a good day. We jabbered too long. Clara.
Farewell, and you're welcome.
Clara. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, Clara. Bye, everyone.
Bye.